Hi, I'm Sandeep Chatrath, and I'm a hospitality professional with 35 years of experience. Most of the experience I gathered in Switzerland, and I am here to talk to you about food again.
And hi, I'm Priya Hunt, and I live in the UK, though I was born in India, and I'm a home chef there with a very corporate background. We're here on behalf of We the Chefs to talk to you about food for thought, to spark some ideas to get your creative juices flowing.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to We the Chefs and Food for Thought. Today, we are going to discuss a little bit about how to integrate healthy food into your daily lifestyle. Being International Year of the Millet, use millet for better uses. We are going to talk about that too. Hi, Priya, welcome. I would love to know from you, how do you integrate healthy food into your daily lifestyle? Because most people associate healthy food with boring food, tasteless food, not so yum. So how do you make it exciting?
I think it's really important is to be healthy with whatever you're eating because, we are what we eat after all. So there are a few little tips and tricks that I have, and I'll ask you for yours as well. So one is, for example, when I'm making chapati dough, atta, bharka, I only make it with dal, cooked dal, because you need more protein in your life, especially for me as I'm a vegetarian. So there is one easy thing, always have things like spinach, green leaves, methi leaves, and dal, cooked dal into your atta. Gundo it with that. That's one trick. The other thing you said, it was tasteless, right? So some grains are like quinoa, for example. It's really healthy for you, but it's a bit tasteless. So what I tend to do is I mix rice with quinoa, with millets, with amaranth seeds, with different kinds of seeds and grains, which makes it tasty as well as interesting. So sara kuch milake, you have a bottle which has got everything, and then you cook it the same way as you cook rice, and it works really well. What about you? Give us some tips.
Well, I try to make exciting dishes with healthy ingredients. For example, everybody in India eats rolls. Everybody loves these rolls. But instead of making the rolls with maida, I try to make rolls with ragi.
Yeah.
So they are healthy and they are tasty. The only thing is one has to get used to the color, because the color is a little bit darker. And then I keep trying exciting new recipes, like this bread that I made of jowar or sorghum. Very healthy bread, no carbs, totally soft. You can make beautiful sandwiches out of these. These are things that we need to try in everyday lifestyle. Instead of eating that boring toast bread that everybody here eats every day, I think that bread tastes like nothing and it is not healthy, and still we are eating such a lot of it. Why not try new exciting recipes which we can make using millets of all different kinds? We are the country of millets. I do not think there is any other country in the world who's got such a vast variation of millets. We've got our finger millets, pearl millets, white millet, so many different millets which were always in our daily food habits since centuries, not since the age of millet which is now coming and we are celebrating it. We have been celebrating it for last hundreds of years, so we should carry on with that.
I think that's great, and that looks delicious, by the way, and I'm dying to try it. And of course, it's the International Year of Millet this year, so I think some of your recipes would go really well. But one of my favorite recipes with millets, and it's a South Indian recipe. I'm going to say the Tamil name, but it's a bit hard to pronounce. So it's called upma korakate. So which is basically you make upma normally with rice and dal. And then you make them into these modaks, these balls, and then you steam them like dumplings, and they're delicious. But you can make them with, instead of rice, use millets, and the millets are so good and so tasty, and they're really healthy for you as well. And they add so much of vitamins and minerals into it, and it's a delicious piece of food as well. So that's one of my favorite recipes. So besides the sorghum bread, what else do you suggest?
Look, especially our biggest problem is the youth of today. They are not into healthy food. They are all into fast food. So let us create fast food which is healthy for them. try to make subs, for example, because everybody goes to Subway these days. They want these subs, which is a name now for a sandwich. So you can use healthy breads for making these sandwiches, and the patties you can using so much of different legumes and vegetable, and they are so tasty. That is a tip that I am giving to make your young generation healthy. Give them exciting food which is healthy.
I totally agree. And also the type of cooking, how you cook. So as an Indian, I'm very fond of fried food, pakode, for example, and bread pakoras for breakfast and things like that. I love. How can we reduce some of that and maybe do more of baking, more of steaming, maybe air frying even, to just reduce the amount of fried food we take? What do you think about that?
Yes, you are pretty right. We cannot basically just leave all the fat out of our life, because fat is very important.
Yeah.
But depending on your lifestyle, if you're not doing any physical work, obviously you need less energy, so we have to create diets accordingly.
Yeah.
Especially in our urban areas, people do not do a lot of work, so we have to try and use different cooking styles. People who are working in the fields in the afternoon, they can eat as much of ghee as they want. It won't hurt them.
Yeah.
So let us not make ghee the culprit. It is our lifestyle which is the culprit at end.
Totally, and I agree. And Indians have some really good old food tips as well, like fermented food, like our pickles. In moderation, they can be so good for you because they've got the right amount of spices. And fermented food is really good for your gut, isn't it? So that's another great idea.
Yes, surely as well. You can use Western style pickles as well for adding to your burgers, to your sandwiches.
Yeah.
They really help pep you up. They make you active. So these are things that we should regularly try.
Great. That sounds like a great discussion. So I'm hoping that our audience got some tips and tricks on what they could do to add some health into their daily cooking. Thank you so much, and thank you, Sandeep. And now I can't wait to dig into that.
So let's dig deep into it.
This looks really nice. It's very soft. Thank you so much for watching Food for Thought with We the Chefs. I hope you really enjoyed our little tips and techniques and things you could do to make your food a bit more healthy. If you like these little chats, please do subscribe and like, and give us your ideas. What more would you like to hear from us? Thank you.